Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And today, once again, I'm going to be taking a look at another 2021 release, this time from one of the greatest and most underrated musicians of all time. And when you hear him, you know straight away who it is because he has a very distinct and recognizable sound. And I am talking about, of course, the one and only legendary pianist, keyboardist, and composer Lyle Mays, and this is his latest release, Eberhard. And as we all know, we sadly lost Lyle Mays on February 10th, 2020. Now, this is a little bit of a different kind of album from Lyle Mays. As we all know, Lyle Mays has recorded 5 albums under his name as a band leader. And of course, as we all know, he is best known for his long association as one half of perhaps the greatest writing team of all time, with himself and Pat Metheny as members of the Pat Metheny group, which lasted from 1977 till 2010. So to me, that relationship is on the level of Paul McCartney and John Lennon. So this album, Eberhard, is just one track, which is 13 minutes long, and this project came about in 2019. Now, as we all know, Lyle Mays was in very poor health, so he assembled 15 musicians, including himself, to record this piece of music called Eberhard. And of course, everybody who knows that name, of course, is the name of legendary bassist Eberhard Weber, who played on Pat Metheny's second recording with Lyle Mays called Watercolors. And Lyle Mays also played with Eberhard Weber on his 1982 recording later that evening with Bill Frisell and Michael DePasqua and Paul McCandless. So, as you'd expect from a musician the caliber of Lyle Mays, it's a beautiful piece of music. It's got all of the trademarks and hallmarks that we have all come to know Lyle Mays for. And I'm a little bit bummed out that this is the only track on the entire album. They could have easily have squeezed in a lot more material. But at the same time, you know, it's nothing taken away from the music. It's just haunting, very mellow, very laid back, very adventurous. Everything that Lyle Mays is and was known for. And of course, it's got that PMG trademark that's, you know, it's the stuff that legends are made of. So the musicians assembled on this album are Bob Shepherd on tenor sax, flute, alto flute, clarinet, and bass clarinet, Mitchell Foreman on Wurlitzer, electric piano, and Hammond organ, longtime friend and PMG bassist Steve Rodby on acoustic bass, Jimmy Johnson on electric bass from Alan Holdsworth, Alex Acuna on drums and percussion, Jimmy Brandley on drums and percussion, Wade Culbreth on marimba, vibraphone, orchestra bells, xylophone and tone bells, Bill Frisell on guitar, Aubrey Johnson on vocals, who is the featured vocalist, Rosanna Edgart on vocals, Gary Eckhart on vocals, Timothy Liu on cello, Erica Duke Kirkpatrick on cello, Eric Byers on cello, and Armen Kashikayan on cello. So there's an all-star cast of musicians that are assembled for this album and for this particular piece of music. And the composition is written and composed by Lyle Mays, arranged by Lyle Mays, produced by Steve Rodby, and associate producer Steve Rodby, and executive producer Lyle Mays and Aubrey Johnson. So we're going to have a quick look. And as you can see, there's some sleeve notes here from Steve Rodby, who is a big part of this album in terms of the production and playing. And, you know, it's kind of sad really that because if you read the sleeve notes, Lyle Mays obviously had plans to write more, but as we all know, he sadly passed away on February 10th, 2020, which is a real shame really because I've always said that, you know, Lyle Mays has so much more and had so much more to offer to the world musically. And it is a real shame that, you know, he's no longer with us. But if this is his final gift to all of us, then I can't think of a much better way for a guy of his stature to go out on. So there's no standout tracks. It's just a standout album. As I said, it's only one piece of music on this album, but it's nice and long. It's like 13 minutes long. And, as I said, it's just absolutely beautiful and criminally underrated. That's what I would say about Lyle Mays. Absolutely criminally underrated. For me, his composing, his piano playing, his use of synths as an orchestral backdrop on a more of a textural level was a big part of the PMG sound, in my opinion. And, Pat Metheny, of course, has worked with lots of great piano players, but for me, Lyle Mays was the man because I truly believe that Pat Metheny would have been successful regardless, but I think with Lyle Mays on his team, really made him that more special, I think. And also on this piece of music, there's some really great playing from Steve Rodby and Jimmy Johnson. Great sax work from Bob Shepherd, who was a mainstay of Lyle Mays' band back in the 1990s. Bill Frisell, what more can you say, really? One of the greatest guitar players of all time. And he was a big part of Lyle Mays' first two albums between 85 to 88, and that was the self-titled and Street Dreams. And in my opinion, I think this is some of Bill Frisell's best guitar playing, and on those two albums as well, he's really showcased a lot throughout, and he's featured here once again. And what more can you say about Bill Frisell? One of the greatest guitar players of all time, and him and Lyle Mays, they just work so well together. And I couldn't think of a much better alternative guitarist for Pat Metheny than Bill Frisell, because we all know Pat Metheny and Lyle Mays, that's legendary, but the pairing of Lyle Mays and Bill Frisell is just very, very special, and they work so well together, and their sounds of piano and keyboards and guitars, they just make such a gorgeous sound when they play together. So I'm really glad that Bill Frisell is on this album, because quite frankly, I can't think of any better guitar player with Lyle Mays, other than Pat Metheny, of course, than Bill Frisell. So really glad he's on this album. So as I said, there you have it. Lyle Mays Eberhard, a nice fitting tribute to the legendary bassist Eberhard Weber, and his influence is felt throughout this piece and on some of the early PMG recordings as well. And he's a big part of the Watercolors album. In many ways, you could probably say Watercolors was the first PMG album, certainly the foundation for what we would come to know as. So there you have it, Lyle Mays Eberhard, beautiful album and a strong contender for album of the year, or certainly within the top 5 of 2021. So that's going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What's your thoughts on Lyle Mays Eberhard? Do you enjoy it? Do you think there could have been more than just one track, or are you satisfied with just a 13-minute track? And also, what's your thoughts on the musicians and their playing? Any standout musicians on this piece? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And I'm going to be taking a special look at Lyle Mays' entire catalogue of solo albums. So make sure you don't miss that. So until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, thanks for listening. And a special thank you to Lyle Mays for all of the great music you have given us over the years, and for this special final gift that you have left us with. Your spirit and your legacy will live on, and may you rest in peace.